Hello everyone and welcome back to another GTA Online video. Now today we're going to be discussing the Chop Shop DLC. It's been a few days of us getting to grips with all the new features, additions and changes that were made to the game, so let's discuss. What do you guys think about the DLC? Personally, I'm mixed. I like that they've added drifting. That is probably the best thing that they've added in a long while. It's been possible to a certain extent before the update came out, but the things that they added for the drifting enthusiast really added something that actually made me log into GTA Online and just play the game instead of just logging in to make a video or something. It's great! Playing video games is fun. Now I'm not sure if drifting would be fun with randoms, especially if you're in a contact race with people who don't really know what they're doing, but with a group of friends who take it seriously and they're actually really good, the competition can get really tense. It's hella fun. Drag racing that's planned to be added, I'm not so sure. I just don't think it's really going to work and will likely die off almost as quick as the Arena War game mode did after the double pay wore off. I just think it's going to be one of those forgotten game modes that will end up getting deleted down the line, although I suppose it is late in GTA 5's lifetime, so it'll probably stay there forever even though no one will play it. But I guess if you really want to recreate those times where you were in the Need for Speed Underground games, I suppose it'll take you back for a hint of nostalgia, but other than that, it's pretty underwhelming. I guess you could compare it to the likes of a day out in Disneyland. You spend like an hour or two waiting to go on a ride, and then when it's finally the time to ride it, the experience is over before you can even completely rest your legs from standing in the queue all that time. Speaking of racing, the new catch-up and boost on start options are a pretty interesting thing to add to the game. Now I'm not really a racer myself, but I have watched GTA Men's video on the matter, and it does look pretty interesting. I guess it's better late than never to add something like this, but I can't help but feel that people are just going to stick with no catch-up just because it's kind of the norm. I mean, whenever I did used to race and the session host used to have catch-up enabled, people in the chat would be like, "Turn off catch-up, it's stupid, turn it off!" And so most of the time we just end up racing with no catch-up on, and I liked that. And so did a lot of other people, and because people don't really like change, I just don't think the new catch-up options are really going to be used that much. Now the extra things that they added to the Chop Shop, like the tow truck, yeah, it was kind of a misnomer to be fair, because the only thing that it can tow is the car that's designed for the mission that you take it out on. You can't just take the tow truck out whenever you please and just play around with it. You have to tow the vehicle that the mission says you have to do. You just can't have any fun with the tow truck, which kind of sucks. Now the new guns, or gun, is kind of underwhelming in my opinion. There's nothing really special about it looking at it. We've all been hoping for that cut grenade launcher to be added to the game that was cut during the development of GTA 5, but alas, we still do not have it as of yet. Though we are getting a grenade launcher just in the form of a Christmas novelty toy, who knows, maybe someone will be able to come up with a practical use for it maybe. Now before I move on, I need to pay the bills, so here's a sponsor message. This video is sponsored by Hyper Resupply. If you need a boost in money in either GTA Online or Forza Horizon 5, then you can choose from one of many different services that they offer. PlayStation, Xbox and PC are all supported, and if it's too good to be real, then you can just check out the Trustpilot scores for maximum reassurance. Check the affiliate link in the description below and use the promo code PRG for 10% off your order. The Chop Shop missions / heists, they're okay. I do have a few nitpicks with them though, like the whole setups by design and how they make little to no sense. Okay, so the heist involves stealing a relatively expensive car for you to scrap or sell, right? Well, the game is literally called Grand Theft Auto, and we are situated in a big city full of expensive cars, So it would make more sense to, you know, Grand Theft Auto a Lambo, take it to the chop shop and then make money from that. But no! The DLC's story requires that we travel the entire length of the map just to pick up a pair of bolt cutters and then sneak out of the place that we stole the cutters from, because apparently the legal employees at the facility are so furiously mad that you took their bolt cutters that they're willing to plug your ass. This is an actual mission for the Weevil line of missions. When I played this mission, I just facepalmed at the sheer lack of creativity that the developers had at the GTA Online team for coming up with such a bone-idle mission design. Like, what the hell, dude? What were they thinking? Realistically, you could have just picked up some bolt cutters from a nearby workshop or something. Why did I have to travel the entire goddamn map, which canonically is a few hours drive in terms of in-universe distance, just to pick up a pair of bolt cutters that I could have picked up for a few dollars at the local store? Wow. I bet a 10-year-old could probably come up with a better mission design than this. And it doesn't end there. I'm still stuck on the final mission to steal the Weevil. I can't figure out what the hell you're supposed to do here. It says put on a flare on the container. I spend like 10 minutes throwing a ton of flares around and on top of the container, pressing the interact button all around it just to see if there's anything I'm doing wrong. I even up and atomize myself on top of the container just in case I miss something, and it didn't do anything. I kind of figured maybe the game glitched out or something and softlocked the mission, so I ended up rage quitting. But besides that, I guess the missions are fine, except the times where your character goes stealth mode inside a building but gets immediately plugged the moment he takes a step forward. It's a mess. Now, I see people complaining. GTA Men and Gilly Master have expressed their views saying it's drip feeding missions, but honestly, in my opinion, I really don't care. Actually, it's probably a good thing that they get drip fed. It gives me a reason to get back into the game after the initial few days of the DLC release pass. And for everyone who is against me on that thought, just think to yourself, you have so much stuff you can do in the meantime. Is it even possible to do everything that's available in GTA Online in a week's time? You have the OG heist, you got Doomsday, you got Casino Heist, KO Perico, all of the contact missions, the Smuggler's Run, gun running resupplies, and all of the others that I've forgotten. There's so much stuff that you can do in GTA Online. Is it really that bad of a thing to not be able to do everything the moment it gets released? Oh, you're gonna disagree with me anyways, why do we even bother? Anyways, moving on, the new cars are kind of boring in my opinion. We didn't get any sort of super duper special combat vehicle, which was kind of the norm since gun running came out, and all the stuff we got, I didn't really want to buy them. They're just so unremarkable. There's so many cars added to GTA 5 now that any new cars that get added to the game, they really have to be remarkable for me to be like, yeah, that exists. Especially since new vehicles nowadays, they cost so much money, it's not even worth it. In effect, all of the cars in the game, they're just a means for you to get around or to race. I know that sounds like a boomer's kind of opinion on fast cars that you might buy in real life, but honestly in GTA you have even less to do with the car. Now the interaction menu changes are a thing. Muscle memory issues aside, I guess it's a harmless change. I really got nothing else to say about it. And that's pretty much the DLC overall. I would give it a 3 out of 10 in comparison to say gun running, which I'd say is an 8 out of 10. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Leave a like and subscribe, it helps a ton even though I'm shadow banned on YouTube anyways, and I'll see you around my dudes.